What's up, Brooks?
Merry Christmas, Baron.
Merry Christmas to
Happy
you.
holidays.
Yep, all that good stuff. It's Christmas Eve right now, a little
hmm
later in the night, but how are you?
I was about to ask, for all the viewers, that's why Baron's dressed nice right now. If you can see him, that's why he's dressed nice. Because usually this isn't the normal Baron attire. So
No, not really. So yeah, something
we're doing
new.
good, man.
Yeah.
We got 2 more weeks of football. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad,
Mm-hmm.
man. Kind of
Well, that's
sad.
that's just the regular season. Then it gets pretty
I
good. Um,
I have 2 more weeks of football of disappointment
all
and
right.
sadness.
Well, that's not everyone. Some people still have a lot of joy and holiday cheer in them. So
That's true.
let's just jump right into it. Why don't we?
Let's just jump right into it.
Welcome to the greatest podcast on earth. Nothing agreed. We have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned and buckle up.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Nothing Agreed. Back with the boys. Today we're spreading holiday cheer, and Baron's going to crack open another beer. Week 17. Here we go. B-Dub, you asked me how I'm doing. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Tired.
Tired. Whoa. That's not
Very,
good.
very tired. But
Why are you very tired?
work.
Ah,
But
true.
that's not why we're powering through. We got a lot to do tonight. It's the holiday special
Let's
episode.
just stop and say, hard day at work, and Baron is still here, ready to go like a champion. Let's just give him a round of applause, everyone. Give him a round of applause.
Well,
My
thank you.
champ.
But yeah, we've got some holiday cheer to spread, as you would say, on terms of football. Got a lot to talk about. So why don't we just dive right into it?
Let's just get into it,
Not
man.
waste any more of the people's time. So we'll start with a mini recap of last week. Rams Seahawks Thursday night football. Did we already talk
We,
about that? I
we
think
talked
we
about that
did.
in our
Yeah,
Friday
yeah.
episode.
You're
Yes, we
right. You're right.
did.
You're right. So we'll move right ahead to Saturday. Eagles defeat the Commanders in an easy game to move to win the NFC East. First time that
Mhm.
division's had a back-to-back winner in 20 years. So good job to the Eagles locking up the division. Now they're fighting for a second seed. Play the Bills. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, good win. Next, the Bears defeated the Packers in what was one of the best comeback wins we've seen this season. Caleb Williams really sort of made his play, made his moment, his statement, as you could say, as the Bears quarterback for the next few years. Probably a lot
Turned it
more.
on the second half too,
Yeah.
man. Turned it on the second
Um,
half.
Packers looking like they have some quarterback troubles. We'll talk about that later, but not a great way to end the game, especially as we near the playoffs because they might not get in. But we'll move to Sunday. Not much to say here. Saints defeat the Jets. Next, Bills beat the Browns in a close game where it seemed like the Browns were trying to tank. So doesn't seem well for the Bills. Again, a team that kind of struggles on the road, but they got a home game this next week. Then, and one of the bigger games of the week, I don't not in terms of playoff matter or rankings, but
In terms of spread and what we expected. That's all I'll say.
exactly. Titans defeated the Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
I think I was going to take that if I remember correctly. But yeah, pretty handedly. Chiefs also have some quarterback issues, but yeah, Titans just proved that they wanted to win that game more. Are the Chiefs tanking? We don't know. Might be trying to help Patrick Mahomes out for next season. Moving right along, the Chargers defeated the Cowboys easily in a game to keep their season alive, their playoffs hopes alive. Yeah, pretty easy game for the Chargers and company. Cowboys looking to next year about who's going to be on that roster, who's not. George Pickens might get franchise tagged, might get extended. It's Jerry Jones. We don't know. We'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Next, 9 beat 6 in this matchup between J.J. McCarthy and Jackson Dart. Minnesota Vikings won by 3. Not much to say about this game, kind of what we expected. We'll just move right along. Then we have the Buccaneers and the Panthers, where the Panthers made their homestand, defeating the Buccaneers by 3
Baron
points.
won his dog of the day there as well.
Taking the first place in the NFC South. So shout out to the Panthers. Buccaneers, it's getting kind of scary for them, but I think we could both agree they might have the easier path to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to face the Panthers one more time. We'll talk about that soon. Next, First NFL start for Quinn Ewers did not go well. 45-21 loss by the Bengals to the Dolphins by the Bengals. So we'll see.
260 yards in the air, though, so at least you know he can get the ball downfield.
Yeah, his future might be kind of promising for him. Jury's not out, but remember, Bengals defense, not much to say there. But we'll move right along. Jaguars Broncos, another big game, probably the biggest game of the week, and wouldn't say I'm too surprised by this result. I think a lot of people were based on where those two teams were record wise. But in terms of talent wise and how well those teams are playing at the moment, I'm really not that surprised. Trevor Lawrence is playing like one of the best quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence is playing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. And Bo Nix could not rise to the occasion at home. Starts to bring up some questions about going into the playoffs because this was probably a playoff game. So we'll move right along. Falcons-Cardinals, like Brooks said, in a meaningless game to make their draft position worse. The Falcons defeated the Cardinals 26-19. I actually didn't watch that game, so is there anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, great defensive stands by a team. The run game, Bijan Robinson, man. Bijan Robinson in the air and on the ground. I'm still saying, I don't know how people were even debating that Bijan Robinson is not one of, if not the best running back in the league. I think he's continuing to prove it on a mid-offensive line as well. Both teams going to have to retool for next year. Cardinals, probably the worst rebuild in the NFL right now, but we can get ahead and talk about that at another time.
Struggling right now for sure. But these next three games are what I like to call the Sunday scaries. Texans narrowly defeating the Raiders by 2 points, 23-21. Not a great showing from the best defense in the league, if you ask me or Brooks, but wins a win.
He kind of had his big breakout game right there.
He did, but wins a win. We'll move on to next week. Raiders, not much to say there. The next scary kind of game, Steelers hang on to a close win against the Lions. That was a very, very, very wild last play. They did deserve to win that game, though. Lions, a lot of question marks going into the playoffs, if you even make the playoffs.
I doubt they even make the playoffs.
I don't think they do either. So they're going to have a lot to look at this offseason. And finally, the Patriots coming back from behind, defeating the Ravens at home. Brooks got his dog of the day win, thankfully, but it was looking kind of scary there for a little bit. Ravens had a pretty big lead, but John Harbaugh just hates Derrick Henry for some reason, and that's why we lose.
I'm telling you, babe.
Yep. So we'll see if if he still has his job going into next season, because they're not going to the playoffs. So in our final game from last week, 49ers Colts, Mac Jones had the best game of his career, or not Mac Jones, Brock Purdy. 5 touchdowns. I mean, this is the same player, but good game. Colts defense is not a joke by any means, but definitely not what it once was. So respect to that goes out. 49ers also staying alive in that playoff push. Looks like they're gonna get in there. So we'll see what they have with all the injuries on their roster. But that is everything from last week.
There you go. Just like that. Good job, Baron.
Thank you. And my light just doesn't want to work.
There you go.
But anything you want to say, shout out, touch on?
Like I said when we were talking the Jack game, shout out Parker Washington, man. That guy was really the key difference maker, and in my opinion, probably the biggest game this week between two surprise powerhouses of the AFC. Parker Washington, 6 catches, 145 yards and a touchdown, multiple big catches as well. What a game for P-Dub.
Yeah, definitely stepping up when it matters most. Jaguars, definitely one of the hottest teams in the league right now. It's very good going into the playoffs, so we'll talk about them coming up this week. But, you want to talk about the Pro Bowl at all, or you just want to jump right into Week 17?
Let's jump right into Week 17. Pro Bowl can be a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, Zay Flowers making it hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Anyway.
More fumbles than touchdowns.
Exactly. Tomorrow's Christmas, January 25th, and we have 3 football games going on.
December 25th, Baron, not January 25th, Baron.
Whatever. 25th is a month that has significance, so we got to have football during it. All 2 games on Netflix, 1 on Prime Video. Brooks, will you be tuning in to any of these key NFL matchups?
Of course I will. It's NFL, it's football, it's the gridiron. Let me tell you how much I love football. I was watching all 3 bowl games yesterday. Toledo versus Louisville. Western Kentucky went on and snatched a victory 27-16. They were down and they faced Southern Miss. And then I watched Parker Navarro, Timothy Chalamet legend Parker Navarro in Ohio beat UNLV and Dan Mullen. And then the nighttime game. So, yes,
Well,
I will be watching these games.
I probably will not. I mean, I could tell you how most of these are going to go. So we'll start pretty quickly. Cowboys Commanders. Josh Johnson under center for the Commanders. How much faith do you have in that? I don't have any. I kind of watched it last week, and he threw probably one of the worst passes I think I've ever seen an NFL player throw.
Now, I will say this. Eagles defense is one of the most stout defenses in the league. Cowboys defense, very leaky. Loves to give up a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to really discount Josh Johnson. We know he stepped in and done some things a couple times. Remember, you got to let this Cowboys defense kind of be humbled a little bit. Remember, this past game is horrible from the Cowboys defense. They gave up a lot of yards to Herbie last week. I mean, Quentin Johnston looked like the guy last week. So we're talking about the Cowboys pass defense. Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of confidence in Josh Johnson.
Well, you're forgetting the other side of the football where the Commanders defense is basically a retirement home and the Cowboys offense is one of the best in the league. This game might end.
No. I'm not talking about the Commanders winning the game. I'm talking about Josh Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we both agree this might be another 50 bomb on the Commanders?
I think it'll be close. I think I'm going to go Cowboys score at least 30.
Actually, sorry. You can finish.
I'm going to say Cowboys score at least 30. 50 bomb? I don't know about that. 50 bomb? I don't know about that.
Okay, cool. This game will not be close. The Cowboys will demolish them. This is an offense that does not mess around, does not play with their food at all. And yeah, I mean, this is a Commanders team that cannot keep up to any sort of competitive football play right now. I mean, Marcus Mariota was not any good, and Josh Johnson is a third-string quarterback for a reason. So we'll move right along to the next game with a third-string quarterback. Max Brosmer, your boy.
Let's go, my goat, baby.
Detroit Lions. Now, I actually think there's a better case for the Vikings to beat the Lions this week.
Thank you.
Granted, I think if J.J. McCarthy was playing, I would actually pick the Vikings to win. I think that Lions defense is very much a problem. It's definitely bottom 10, might be bottom 5 in the entire league. It is a real problem. That secondary is just bad. Their defensive line outside of Agent Hutchinson is just bad. Their linebacker play, that's solid. It's reliable. You definitely need to rebuild around that, but yeah, this defense is not good. And offensively, it's the Lions. We know what they're capable of. But I'm also, these past few weeks, I'm starting to ask questions about Jared Goff. We know he's getting up there in age. When does that physical regression start to kick in? I mean, he's not a young guy. He's an NFL veteran. He's been in the league almost as long as Matthew Stafford has. I think it's like a 5-year difference, something like that. Something like that.
What?
When was Matthew Stafford drafted?
No way.
Well, when was Matthew Stafford drafted?
Okay,
2011, right? 2011. Was that when Matthew Stafford was drafted?
What was Jared Goff?
2016.
16?
Yep. So it's a 5-year difference. So yeah, I mean,
quarterbacks have changed in 5 years.
That's what I'm saying. Jared Goff is getting to be on the back end of his career. So if this Vikings defense, which we know is good, can put pressure on him.
2009.
Oh, okay, my bad. 7 years, but
big difference. So that does not sound right.
Sorry, but this Vikings defense can put some pressure on Jared Goff, get him uncomfortable, get this offense out of rhythm, which I think they're very capable of doing. And yeah, I think this will be a Vikings victory, especially at home. I mean, this Detroit team is not 8-7 for no reason. We know what their offense is capable of. We know the playmakers around the quarterback. I have questions about the quarterback, and we know the defense isn't good. You look at the other side of the ball, the Vikings just have a third-string quarterback in. That's really about it. So I think I would pick the Vikings to win this game if I was picking.
Yeah, the Vikings are tempting. I kind of like them to cover the spread, which is I think 7.5.
It is 7.5.
But I really like the over in this game. At 43.5. I know this isn't a betting show, but man, I think with that defense, remember, people are not giving enough slack to Brosmer because he did face the Seattle defense, which was on absolute tear when he faced them at Lumen Field. Now he is home, right? Now he can work inside as well. And against the Lions defense, which is bruised and battered. So I like this game to go over. I'm gonna take the Lions to win off pure firepower. But I would not be surprised if this comes down to like a last play kind of game like last week.
Yeah, I would expect this one to be a little close too. But I think I really like the Vikings in this game. I think defensively they have a better unit. I think that's the best unit you'll see on the field all day. And usually the team that adds that wins the football game, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to take them. So moving right along, this one won't be hard at all. You've got I don't even know how to say his name, the Chiefs' third string quarterback stepping in.
Olakun, baby.
There you
From
go.
where did he go to college? Where did he go to college?
No clue.
South Dakota State Jackrabbit, baby.
Cool. He's playing the Broncos, who, despite their stinker last week, are still one of the better teams in the league. Do you want to say anything, or can we just move on?
No, I want to say something.
This Chiefs team lost to the Titans last week.
Yeah. Again, I might sound crazy here, but Arrowhead still is Arrowhead, so it's still a little bit tough place to play. And
Clearly not. They're leaving it.
I like the over in this game as well. 36.5. First of all, I think the Broncos offense can put up at least 23 to 25.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs can put up maybe 10 to 14 points and get you the over.
Max. They're not scoring a touchdown this game. I
will put a dollar bet on that one.
Okay, that's fine. I'm still in the belief.
Dollar bet.
I am still in the belief that the Oh, hold on. I am of the belief that the Broncos defense is still the best in the league, and I don't care what you say. Arrowhead is not. That does not matter to any opposing team walking in there this season. I think we can go look at the record. They've lost 5 games at home, some of them to not very great teams. I'm sure you can go and do all that research for me while I'm just probably lying through my teeth. But
Eagles.
Yep.
Texans.
Yep.
Chargers.
That's the only 3 home losses?
Yep.
I thought they had 2 more.
And remember, they were 5-1 at home as well. And then they lost to the Texans Sunday night. And that was some mishaps they could have got over. But that's still, in my opinion, a loss. And then Chargers loss. You can say if Mahomes doesn't tear his ACL, maybe they go down the field and win that game. Because remember, they were in scoring position to tie it until Gardner Minshew threw that pick. And if you have Mahomes, I think you get down there and at least tie the game, if not win it. So, yeah.
Well, this is still a playoff team they're playing in the Broncos, and the 3 teams they've lost to at home are all playoff teams. So I don't expect this to be any different. And yeah, despite what I think the Broncos have offensively, I don't think it's as great as everyone says it is. But I mean, this Chiefs defense let up. They're not injured. They let up 26 to Cam Ward. And the Titans, yeah. So, I mean, if this Broncos team offense can just stay on the field, own the time of possession, yeah, I mean, the Chiefs might get into the red zone once this whole game. That's my point. We've never seen this guy play a snap of professional football. This could be worse than Max Brosmer.
He played last week.
Oh, yeah, and that was terrible. So this could
be
worse.
After Minshew had his knee injury, and
yeah,
he
you're
threw
right.
111 yards. So
this could be worse than Max Brosmer versus the versus the Seahawks. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, I think the Broncos win this easily. This won't be a question of a game, and they will easily cover that spread. Again, I think the Chiefs score 3 points at max.
I'm gonna check the Chiefs over under just to ponder. I think it's gonna be around maybe like 10.5, maybe is my guess.
For their point total?
Yeah, the Chiefs probably maybe 10.5, 9.5.
All right, but let's
10.5.
There you go.
Plus money on the 10.5 as well. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
So Vegas knows it's not likely. All right, let's go. Texans Chargers.
Also a game where I like the over. Why do I like the over this week? I like the over in this game as well. It's like 40.
Yeah, it is.
I want to take the Chargers in this game.
I don't. I think
Okay.
this is where their offensive line problems are going to catch up with them.
Uh-huh.
Again, this is a Texans unit you've said is the best in the league. And I agree. They're definitely up there, top 3 for sure. They're very good at rushing the passer. Very good at rushing the passer. That's all I'm saying. If you win the battle in the trenches, you're gonna win the football game. And I mean, at some point, this Chargers injured offensive line is gonna catch up to them, and it's probably gonna be this game, if you ask me.
Hasn't caught up to them in the last 4 weeks, knocking off Eagles, Chiefs, and Cowboys last 3 weeks as well.
It's true.
So I want to pick the Chargers because they just manage the game so well. They're, in my opinion, they are the best game managing team right now in the NFL. It just feels like they just get there and it doesn't even feel like they get there. It's like they scored 34 last week and it feels like, oh yeah, they scored 34. Wow. Like it's just the way they play football is just so smooth and methodical. They really play in a melody as well. I am. Never mind, I'm going to switch up. Since I have been a Texans bandwagon this season, I have to back my boys, right? So I'll go with the Texans because I've backed my boys. I think the 2-point loss will humble them a little bit, and they'll get right back in there. I have to go with my boys. Since I'm riding the Texans bandwagon and I said they will win the division, I have to pick them to win. So
all right, fair enough. I think I'm also going to pick the Texans, again, just off the fact that I think this is a game that will be won in the trenches. Texans D-line far superior in the Chargers D-line. I think if you look at some of those games that they've won, Eagles, Chiefs, Jalen Hurts had one of the worst offensive, if not the worst offensive performance of his entire career. And they still only won in overtime. Chiefs, and again that was a 7-sack game for them too. Look at the Chiefs. I don't know how many sacks was in that game, but again, like you said, if Patrick Mahomes finishes that game, Chargers probably lose that one. So again, it's all going to come down to C.J. Stroud and the Texans offense, who I've been giving a hard time to a lot after that rookie season. So to me, he can ball out this week when he needs to. When it matters the most to make the playoffs, then I'll probably start to back off. So we'll see how it goes, but that'll be the key to me, is if your defense or if your offense, the Texans offense, can play well enough to complement what their defense is giving them. All right, we'll move right along to our next Saturday game, which is the Ravens and the Packers. 2 weeks ago, this looked like it was going to be a really good game. Not as much anymore.
now this is desperation game right here. This is a desperation game.
It is. One team's might be trotting out a third-string quarterback.
I think Jordan Love's going to play.
Okay.
They
need him to.
I looked at this before because I wanted to talk about this game. He was practicing today. He's still in the protocol, but he was practicing today. And I think ultimately he will play on Saturday. Okay. And the line, in my opinion, is kind of Vegas is kind of saying that as well. They're -3 right now. So I'm going to go on the assumption that he does play. And I'm going to go with the assumption of that this is Lambeau. It might be snowing at this game. Which is interesting as well because Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs is also a little hobbled, but I'm still going to pick the Green Bay Packers at home. It's a must-win game for both teams, but to me, more plausible for the Green Bay Packers, for the defense and the home crowd to rally them home. I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to win this one.
I also like the Packers. Just kind of like the way not really that. I just think the Ravens have a lot of issues internally. And I think it's, you look offensively, again, we made jokes about it earlier. Zay Flowers is not a wide receiver one. Don't know why he's in the Pro Bowl, but he is not equipped to be your leading receiver. Mark Andrews, there might be something wrong with the way he thinks because you don't know what he's doing half the time. They really don't have anyone for Lamar Jackson to throw to offensively. It's really just this dynamic running backfield that's got people on the fritz. And if you somehow figure out a way to stop that, then GG's Ravens. Defensively, there's talent there, but it just doesn't come together. I mean, I would expect Marlon Humphrey to retire after the season because he's probably going to get cut. He's terrible at this stage of his career. So, I like the Packers. But kind of like you said, it's if Jordan Love doesn't play, and they're trying out a third stringer who, again, Packers don't really have a wide receiver one. I would argue their pass catchers are more reliable than anyone the Ravens have, but no like standout guys. So yeah, this will definitely be a ground and pound game. I like the under on this game if we're talking about lines for this game.
There we go. Come on.
So
now.
yeah, I do think the Packers will pull it out. I think they have, like I said, the best unit on the field, which is their defense. And yeah, I think despite how I feel about it, I still think it's the best on the field. So I think they will win.
I also like the under in this game as well, just because of the weather. Ravens defense is one of the best in the league still, since week 5. Packers defense, even with the injuries, can still trot out a solid defense. And the cold and the injuries around both the running games, yeah, I'm gonna take the under in this one as well. There we go. Becoming a betting show right now.
Perfect. Yep. All right, let's move right along. Steelers Browns.
Steelers Browns. Browns already beat the Steelers this year, if I'm not mistaken. No, they lost to them on the road.
Yeah. So that means they're gonna win this one, right?
It just feels like that, right? I was just.
I mean,
they're
they're all.
all on the back.
Whoa. Let's look at it this way.
Wait.
Let's look at it this way. Why is Pittsburgh?
9 wins for Mike Tomlin.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing. Give me the Browns in this game. He's got to go 9-8.
So yeah, and the Browns are 3-12, right? Why are the Steelers only favored by 3?
Look at this Vegas reader right here, baby. Give me the Browns in this game.
I kind of like the Browns too. Now, is Shadur Sanders playing? That's the question.
Yes, he's playing.
Then yeah. So I'm going to take the Browns. No DK Metcalf. I think that really will hurt the Steelers. You're taking away that deep ball that Aaron Rodgers likes. And I don't even know who their wide receiver 2 is. Calvin Austin. It's definitely not Pat Freiermuth. Their running back room is, no DK Metcalf. This is going to be a weird offensive game for the Steelers. I also think Myles Garrett breaks the sack record on them since TJ Watt has the record for it. I think I can just see the storylines now. I think Myles Garrett will break the sack record of this game.
TJ too.
And yeah, I think Shadur Sanders is going to get his first divisional win against the Mike Tomlin-led Steelers.
Oh, you know what storyline I just realized too? Who broke the sack record last time? Was TJ Watt? TJ Watt tied it.
He tied it, yeah. It was on the Browns too.
No. Who broke the record?
I don't know.
Michael Strahan.
Oh yeah.
And who'd he sack to break the record?
Was it Aaron Rodgers?
Brett Favre.
Oh, Brett Favre. Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Okay. But yeah, I think the Browns win this game.
Jordan Love is gonna get sacked in year 18, and somebody's gonna break Myles Garrett's sack record
When he's on another team too.
when he's on the Vikings.
Well, no, because Aaron Rodgers never went to the Vikings.
True.
It's Packers, Jets. No, it's Packers, Jets, and then somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Browns. Next game,
The Browns.
Patriots, Jets.
Giddy up.
Next game.
Let's go. Let's Stephon Diggs to the show.
Yeah, next game, Saints, Titans.
Oh, we gotta stay on this game. We gotta stay on this game right here.
I think the Saints are gonna destroy them. Honestly.
Give me the Titans in this game.
All right, little discourse. We'll move right on then.
I said little discourse, and we talked about nothing. Even disagreement.
I mean, how many Titans games have you watched this season?
I watched a lot of the games actually.
Okay.
And I watched last week's against the Chiefs. Thank you very much. This team looked very solid. It's always a Tajay Spears 20+ yard catch. That's gonna happen in the game. Tony Pollard's gonna hit the ground running. And can we give a shout out, by the way, to Cam Ward, the way he's been slinging the pigskin in the last couple of weeks, been looking much better recently. And also his receiving options need some help. But I think with Chimere DK, the guy from Florida, he's been kind of playing well. I think he's in his he might be in his rookie year. He's in his rookie year, if I'm not mistaken. So that's not a bad shout to have right there.
That's fair, but here's another shout. One of my kind of favorite quarterback receiver duo is just slowly becoming Tyler Stott and Chris Olave.
Chris Olave, yeah.
Dude,
Tyler
they
Shutt was pretty solid. I mean, for a
um
26-year-old, he looked
and
pretty
he
developed in the
loves to
league.
throw the ball to Chris Olave.
Oh, he loves Olave.
Yeah, dude. I really like what they have going on offense. Defensively, I think the Saints have the better unit. Yeah, they're on the road, but I think they're gonna get it done.
Yep. Let's go.
All right, we'll move right on then. Jaguars Colts.
I'm gonna take the Jags.
Yeah, that's really not hard.
This would be my survivor pick right here.
Again, it's Phillip Rivers. Send 7 or 8, and he's done. Despite how he was able to read defenses at this stage of his career, he clearly does not have certain talents to be able to put the ball where it needs to go in certain scenarios. So yeah, I like the Jaguars, hottest team in the league right now. If only it started doing this early in the season, Trevor Lawrence would definitely be an MVP candidate, but playing like one. So shout out to him. Give me the Jaguars. Wow. We'll stay in Florida where the Buccaneers are going to take on the Dolphins.
Both teams staying in Florida right here.
Exactly.
Give me the Bucs in this game. If Quinn Ewers will probably be starting, and I'm gonna take the Bucs.
This would be bad if the Bucs lose this game, like really bad.
Yeah, really bad.
This is a Dolphins team who's clearly not playing for anything, and you need this to stay alive in your division because perfect segue. The Seahawks are playing the Panthers at home,
and that's the mate. Mate, 2 4:00 games is absolutely criminal. By the way, 2 4:00 games. Okay, I understand, right? I understand that there's 5 games going on. We got Christmas and we got Saturday, right?
There's 7 1:00 games.
You
There's
can
7 1:00
flex
games.
one of these 1:00s to 4:00. You should flex the Colts and the Jaguars to a 4:00 kick. You should flex the Seahawks.
No. Carolina should always, if it's at Carolina, that game should always kick off at 1.
That's been at Carolina has been a 4:00 a couple times.
That's fine.
So has Tampa Bay.
I'd say Cardinals. Well, they're not. They're at Miami, but I would argue Cardinals Bengals should be 4:00.
No, because you want a decent 4:00.
I mean, you're getting one.
Your other 4:00 games, the freaking Giants and Raiders, the toilet bowl.
That's a great game, Brooks. The winner of that game gets the first overall pick. That's the best game of the week right now. So don't be talking any smack about it right now. This is if Fernando Mendoza goes first overall or not. That's basically what this game is.
Yeah,
okay?
He's not going first overall to the Giants. So.
No, they have their quarterback of the future. The Raiders need one because Geno Smith and Kenny Pickett suck. But yeah.
The Raiders' last one was the Titans. That shouldn't even count.
Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah, they should have flexed one of those games. Maybe Bucks Dolphins. Shit.
No,
anything.
Absolutely not. Panthers are another home underdog.
The Panthers are tempting here, I won't lie.
I don't think they've lost as a home underdog yet this season.
They're tempting.
Mm-hmm.
Have they not lost as a home underdog?
Not all season, I don't think.
No, they have. They lost to the Bills 40-9. They were definitely an underdog in that game.
Okay.
There's no way they were a favorite coming into that game.
No, whoa. Was that game in Carolina though?
Yes.
Okay.
40-9. There's no way a million years they were a favorite in that game.
No, there wouldn't be.
So, one loss as a home underdog this year. Sorry, I'm paused because I'm just thinking if I want to take them, I'm gonna take the Seahawks in this game. I mean,
that's
really
that's the logical choice.
Really good road team. Their only road loss this year is a 2-point loss in LA. And they do well. And honestly, yep.
You do love to shout out the West Coast to East Coast travel.
I do, and that's what
Seahawks will be playing at 10 a.m. their body time, I guess.
Yes, and I was gonna say They won a 1 o'clock game at the Steelers. Okay, they won a
Mhm.
1 o'clock game against the Jaguars on the road. They won a 1 o'clock game. I think at the Commanders was a 1 o'clock. No, that was a primetime game, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a
that was a
primetime game.
schlacking at night.
Yeah. Seahawks Titans was probably a 1 o'clock. No, it's actually probably that's a 1 o'clock game.
But
Definitely
that's
a 1
also
o'clock.
not really Nashville's not really East Coast. That's Central
fair.
Time.
And they beat the Falcons in a 1 o'clock game.
That's fair.
Which whoa, if that's still a 10 o'clock kickoff. Whatever you think about it. Yeah.
That's my point.
So they've done well in these 10 a.m. kickoffs, and I'm going to take them.
Okay.
Because
I mean, they are the logical choice, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah. So we'll move on. Cardinals, Bengals. Who
That's
cares?
a 1 o'clock game.
It is. Who cares? Joe Burrow's playing for
Give me
happiness.
Bengals. The Cardinals suck. Ooh. Oh, the over's 52.5. Never mind. I was gonna say the over's free, but that's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe Burrow, I guess. I don't know.
I'm gonna go back and like Baron.
Yeah. This game doesn't really mean anything. But this one does. Giants Raiders, the game for the first overall pick. Who will make the tank look less obvious? I personally think it'll be the Giants.
I think the Giants.
Yeah, they're gonna win. Jackson Dart's good. Whatever quarterback the Raiders have isn't. But
You think Fernando Mendoza? Gosh, that's crazy.
well, who would you take?
Fernando Mendoza, I think, is gonna be a bust in the NFL, but that's another story for another day.
Well, who would you take if you had the first overall pick and needed a quarterback?
That's the thing is I don't know.
Well, all right.
So they suck.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Cade Klubnik. All right.
God no.
I
He'll
know.
he'll be lucky if he gets drafted. He's probably going back to college. Anyway,
Come back
yeah,
to college.
yeah, he can. He has one more year.
Why?
He's-
How?
He was a redshirt his freshman year. He only played 3 games.
No, he's a senior. He didn't redshirt.
Did he not? He didn't redshirt his freshman year. He only played
No.
3 games. Don't you automatically redshirt if you don't meet the eligibility to play?
No, it's a choice. He's a senior.
Oh, so he's dumb as hell. All right. What was it? Oh yeah, Giants Raiders.
We said that one.
Yeah, he's who did we pick? We picked the Giants, right? Yeah.
Giants.
Okay.
Come on, all right.
Yeah, they have a really good. Their defense is still pretty good, but Fashion Genty gets going again.
True.
So we'll see if he can carry that over. Who's favored in this game?
The Raiders were, and now the Giants are 1.5.
All right, who cares? All right. Eagles, Bills.
Say a little more excitement. Eagles, Bills, 425, 10-5 Eagles versus 11-4 Bills in Titan Stadium, Orchard Park, New York.
I'm just hoping they rest the starters. So there's no point in playing them.
Why is there no point in playing them? Because you can go higher in the standings.
So that's assuming the Bears lose to the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have to lose next week too. So the Bears basically have to lose out. And they play the 49ers, which
Wait,
they
why?
could lose to.
Wait, why?
Because they have the tiebreaker. And they're already a game up on us. So we have
What's the tiebreaker?
the head-to-head matchup.
Oh, it's because they beat y'all?
Yeah. So we have to win our next 2 games, and they have to lose their next 2 games, which
It's a plausible 2 games they can lose.
I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean,
And I hope you do play the starters because I have your over on wins, and I need you to win out. So,
we should be the Commanders with our backups. Like, I still expect to win next week. It doesn't matter who's playing. But
all right.
nah, I'm not expecting to win this game.
Personally,
I think the Bills are going to win this game.
Josh Allen plays really well against good quarterbacks this year.
Yeah.
He played really bad against bad quarterbacks this year. They beat the Ravens. That's a good quarterback, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. They beat the Buccaneers, right? They beat the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to say they beat Joe Burrow. They beat Drake May once. But he struggles against bad quarterbacks. Remember, he struggled a little bit in that Dolphins game. They lost on the road against the Dolphins. They lost on the road against the Falcons. They lost against the Texans the opinions out there for CJ Stroud, and some of their wins they have can be a little questionable against these bad quarterbacks. And we know what Jalen Hurts is. He is not a good quarterback. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles to win this game. Josh Allen continues his struggles against bad QBs, and the Eagles go in there with their stout defense. They make plays. They stop the run game with their big D tackles on James Cook in between the tackles. And they're going to go in there and they're going to win. And they're going to move to 11-5, Baron.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts should not play this game, in my opinion. Neither should A.J. Brown, neither should Saquon Barkley, or none of the starters should play.
And they will.
No, I don't. The Bills can win for all I care. In fact, they probably will win. I mean, defensively, they're just banged up. Like I don't want to see any starters in this game. There's no point in playing. The Bears are not going to lose out. They play the Lions in the last.
I have a question
week.
for you.
Yeah.
How has Jihad Campbell been this year?
Well, if he wasn't behind two of the greatest linebackers in the league, he'd probably be defensive rookie of the year. But Zach Bond was the best linebacker in football last season, and Nakobe Dean's been the best linebacker in football this season. So you're not going to play behind that. You're not going to start behind that kind of talent. You go look at the stats. I'm not making that up. But I think the Bills win this game. They're a very good home team. They're playing for a lot more right now than the Eagles are. And it's going to be a very conservative game from the Eagles, I promise you. Saquon Barkley might get 5-10 touches. It'll be probably mostly Tank Bigsby. I would be shocked to see if I saw an extended amount of A.J. Brown. And, I mean, one big hit, I would expect to see Tanner McKee go in the game. Like this game does not mean much for us. Again, to me, the difference between the 2 and the 3 in the playoff standings, it's not really make that much of a difference. So you've made the playoffs. Your team is banged up. Get healthy, get ready, and go push for a Super Bowl. But I think the Bills will win this game.
Who do you think the best linebacker is in the league? You think it's Nakobe Dean?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
All right. Bears 49ers. I think the Bears are going to win this game.
I like the Bears in this game too. I'm just trying to get past you saying that atrocious comment.
Who's better?
Fred Warner.
Look at his stats. but you can continue.
I like the Bears in this game.
Yeah,
I want to take the Bears, and I'm gonna take the Bears. Luther Burton's questionable, but he's gonna play. I think Roma Dunze is gonna play as well, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a lot more helpful for them.
DJ Moore turned it up last week, but how about the run game of the Bears with Monangai and Swift? Either one of them can trade off good games, but it all starts at the heartbeat of Caleb Williams. And that defense loves to have some turnovers.
Oh, yeah.
And Brock Purdy sometimes can have some struggling games where he turns the football over. Give me the Chicago Bears on the road.
Yeah, I also like the Bears.
Nice.
Sorry.
You got stats right now?
I was. And I had a burp, but it was bad. Anyway, I like the Bears. Like you mentioned, the run game is very, very good right now. Their offensive line is playing at an elite level. I feel like not a lot of people are talking about that. And look at the other side of the football. Defensively, I think they're very good at turning the ball over. We know Brock Purdy, make him uncomfortable. He will turn the ball over. Offensively, look at their weapons outside of the deep game. Don't love what they have. It's going to be a lot of Christian McCaffrey up the middle to the side, dump offs, or George Kittle in the middle. But the outside game, I don't think will very much be there. I think the Bears will have that pretty covered for a team that leads the league in interceptions. So I think the Bears will win this game, kind of secure their spot as the second seed, and they will probably get to rest their starters against the Lions in the following week. Would you like to do the last one?
This is the worst website of all time.
What are you
PFF
looking at?
deserves to blow up.
Oh.
Sorry.
PFF
I was going,
deserves to-
so I wanted to check, sorry.
But you saw something you didn't like, did you?
Okay, I checked linebackers and Fred Warner was number one. That's why I also have number one.
Okay.
Who do you think is the number one graded running back in the NFL this year?
Number one?
Number one.
Kyle Monangai?
Nope.
Kenneth Gainwell?
Nope.
All right, just tell me.
Same first name.
Kenneth Walker.
Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, we need to
Are
blow up.
we on drugs right now?
We
Are
need to
we
blow.
on
We need to
drugs?
blow PFF up. Okay.
PFF deserves
Let's
to
hop. I'm gonna
blow
hop on
up.
this train with you. What are the
What are we
statistics? What
talking
statistics
about?
are they tracking? Like efficiency with
They
the ball.
they do okay. Kenneth Walker
Uh huh.
is 90.0. Okay. And he's a 90.4 in the run game, 71.9 receiving, 37.0 in pass block, 57.5 in run block.
Dude, he must be a fire blocker. That must be what it is.
Wait, what? How does this make even sense? Devon Achane's ranked 88.8. What does off mean? Is that just
Alright.
overall?
Let's get
Offense
off
grade.
of PFF.
No, this is the worst website of all time.
Yeah, I know. So I don't look at it. So let's go
Devon
to
Achane's third, and he has a higher run, receiving, pass block, and 0.01 run block lower. Yet Walker's 1.2 points high. That doesn't make any sense. All right.
We're moving on to Rams
Yeah.
Falcons. Take it away.
Puka Nakua might have 200 yards again this week. Yeah, that's all I need to say. Rams covering the spread.
All right. Well, there you have it,
mean,
folks.
I mean, it's nothing. Our team is bad. It's gonna be fun seeing Bijan Robinson go. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of sad to say. I think your team would be willing to give him a big bag because he is one of the better running backs in the league. But definitely need to rebuild if we are Atlanta, and that starts with the front office.
Yes, people need to get fired.
Yeah.
I don't know if Terry needs to get fired,
Brother,
but
you don't have a season like this and people don't get fired. I promise you someone will be getting
Raheem
fired.
Morris needs to get fired.
All right. Well, yeah, I think the Rams are gonna dominate. A get back game to stay alive in their division. So yeah. That's
Sounds
all
good.
I got. Yeah, that's all I've got. Anything you want to add? Oh yeah, we do have to do this. That's right.
It is
For
dog
it.
of the day, Baron, brought to you by no one. Baron, I actually kept track of the scores.
That's good. Because we
You
both
are up 2.5.
Yep.
You have 15.5, and I'm at 13 flat.
There we go.
There we go. Baron, it is time to pick dog of the days. I get to go first because, as usual,
We only have 2 weeks left.
which means I have to pull a trick out of the sleeve and get some right. Baron, I don't know what I want to take. I don't know how cheeky I want to go. I don't know what I want to do.
Exactly what I want. And if you take it, then we're going to have to scramble. But go ahead, Brooks, please.
You were really raving about the Vikings 7.5. I'm not going to take that.
Okay.
I will not be taking the Vikings. I think you should be safe. You should breathe. I'm looking at another 7.5.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
and I'm going.
Wait. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah.
If there's one other team that will lose a game like this, and they've done it all year, they might as well do it again. Jacoby Brissett and the Cardinals win in Cincinnati. They go in there and they deal. They deal and they walk out of there with a victory. A 2-5 home team, ladies and gentlemen. A 2-5 home team should be 1-6 because they should not beat the Jaguars week 2, but I digress. A 2-5 home team. Give me the Arizona Cardinals to make some noise and knock off the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right. Well, he has no faith in Joe Burrow.
But the one I was pleased with, I was thinking about taking the Bears, or I was thinking about taking the Panthers.
Okay, good.
But
I'm glad you're not thinking about mine, because I'm taking the Browns. I think they're gonna go, like we said, all the storylines surrounding that game.
All roads lead home.
I think Myles Garrett will get it done. I think people aren't talking about it. I think DK Metcalf will be a much bigger loss than people think. Just for the way what he brings to that offense, like they're not going to really have a reliable, safe, over the top guy. You know what I'm saying? So definitely depletes that against a still pretty good Browns defense. And yeah, Myles Garrett is gonna want to get it done. Division rival. Like we said, wants to do it in front of TJ Watt, show him who's better. And look at again, Shedeur Sanders needs his first divisional win. What better way to do that against the Steelers, one of the most historically good franchises of all time? So,
well, it looks like we're staying in Ohio this week
mm-hmm.
for both of us, Cincinnati
That's
and
right.
Cleveland.
That's right.
One's picking for Ohio, one picking against Ohio. Baron, you're going with actual dogs to get your dog of the day done. Meanwhile, I'm taking the Birds, the Soar, against some fortresses of the jungle.
Not the real birds, some fake ones, but whatever.
True. The real birds are in Atlanta.
No,
So-
those are dirty birds.
Dirty birds, baby. We're the dirty birds.
Filthy little things. You know what I was watching before we started recording this?
That's never good.
I was watching a TikTok about this guy was like, some of the funniest people on the planet are Eagles and Ravens fans after their team loses, because some of the shit they be saying on social media is like top tier gold. And then someone in the comments had to follow up with, you forgot a fan base, cuz, and it's a screenshot of the Falcons the Twitter room after they drafted Michael Penix. So I clicked on the blue comment, which was Falcons Twitter draft room after drafting Michael Penix, and I was rewatching that video. I think I was laughing for just like 5 minutes before you hopped on.
I mean, that's literally one of the best videos of all time.
I swear, bro, betting a touchdown in the bins, bro.
Remember my reaction too? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
That was a bad night.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to take Dallas Turner instead. I don't think Dallas Turner's been any good.
Yeah, the guy screaming, just in pure agony in the back. So yeah, that's all you got. I got for you.
Well, that'll be another episode of Nothing Agree. Thank you all so much for listening. Who's y'all's dog of the day? Do you agree or disagree? And division winners, who you got pulling out late? Other than that, thank you all so much for listening, and peace.